Hello everybody, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to do all of the very basic APA Microsoft Word formatting. Okay, and we're going to look at three parts. We're going to look at how to do the pesky running head, how to keep what font you should have, always have, and how to do this uniform double spacing. Okay, the tutorial I'm using a Word version of Mac, the 2011 Word version. If you're using a Windows, you may have a different, some of the things may be a little bit different, but again, these are things that you can look up on your own. But this is just, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through a paper, show you how to do these three things, and these are three very easy, basic components of APA formatting that students at the graduate level still sometimes have a hard time doing, and it's no problem. Watch this video, you'll know how to do it forever, okay? So let's start with the running head. The first thing I do, believe it or not, is I need to go to the second page. So I'm going to hit enter a bunch of times until it gets me on that second page. And there we go. So the first thing I do with the running head is I'm going to, go to the second page. I'm now going to open it up and click on my header. And the first thing I do is I actually enter the page number. Okay? And then I'm going to put in my running head, which I do not use the word running head on the second page. This is going to be a, let's see, running head example. Okay. So running head example. And I'm actually going to copy that because I'm going to need that in a second. So this is page 2 running head. Okay. Now I actually need to go back to page 1. It's going to have that up there. We don't want that because we need to put that funny running head phrase in front. So I'm going to actually go to, again, I'm going to click on the header. The first thing I'm going to do up here is I need to go, enter header, and I need to hit different first page. So now it knows that the first page is not going to match all the rest of the pages. Page 2 and on will look just like this. Page 1 has to look a little bit different. So remember, first thing I do is enter page number, and now I'm going to type in this funny running head : hit paste of whatever my running head was, hit tab once, and now I have two different running heads. I've got the page 1 running head, and then all the rest of the page running head. Now let's go to the font real quick. Very easy. The font is always going to be Times New Roman 12. And this one's already set there because I just brought in some text here. But I hit Control All, and I go into here. I hit Times New Roman, already done, and I hit 12. You can have your preferences set up to always do this, which I have here, which is why it's like that, or you can do it every time how you do it. But here's a look. If we notice something, our header is not in that font. So that one we have to go in and fix. And remember, they're different, so we're going to have to fix both times. Times New Roman and 12 already, good. So now we go up to the page 1 header. I just need to select everything, hit Times New Roman. Now, everything is Times New Roman 12. You can't have the header have a different font. You can't have your conclusion or your reference page have a different font. Everything has to be Times New Roman 12. Now let's look at uniform double spacing. Now this one again is pretty basic. Everything has to be double spaced. So we're simply going to go to, again, we're going to hit Control All and double space everything. And that's pretty good, but there's always one little thing to look out for, and I actually have it set up properly. But do you remember, I think in the workshop we talked about how you do not want a larger space after you hit enter. And Microsoft Word is going to want to do that unless you change it in preferences. Here's how you do it every time. You go to your line spacing options, and you need to hit, right here is how you can do it forever. Just put 0, 0, and it's always going to be no larger space after you hit enter. But if you don't do that, you just hit this little box right here. Don't add space between paragraphs the same style. So now everything will always be uniform double spaced. Okay? So those are the three components of your basic Microsoft Word APA format. Running head, page 2, you start there, start with page number, type in your running head, which is the title of your paper for most often. You're going to copy that, go up here, and open up your header again. Click that box. It says different first page right here, and then do your page number, type in running head in sentence case with a colon, and then just paste your running head. Remember, font, everything, Times New Roman 12. Line spacing, everything, double spaced. The key for line spacing, double space, is don't forget to uncheck that box after you hit enter so there's no extra space. So that is it. In the next workshop, or the next little lesson, we'll talk about headings for Microsoft Word.